Welcome, everyone, to the Sickos Committee podcast. This is our podcast for the evening of June 2nd, 2024. I had to double check on that because I'm in summer mode now and days have lost all meaning to me. I just know that it's Sunday, so I record. That's good. And this is the podcast where we talk about how soft Caitlin Clark is, right? Can't even fucking take a hit. Knew she couldn't play in the big game. That's what we talk about in this podcast. Once again, you want to talk about conversation that's been totally poisoned? Deion Sanders conversation and Caitlin Clark conversation.
I can't do it. I've invited somebody on to talk about the WNBA to try to avoid all the poison. Okay. So maybe we can get them next week. Hopefully. I've extended an invite to their work email because I don't have their normal email. So I'll wait until we find out on Monday or Tuesday. And maybe we'll have them come on for a Wiscoozy.
That would be good.
We should probably say, like, what is currently going on and why should we watch it? But yeah, that's no fun to try to navigate whatsoever. Like, it's almost to the point, like, we would tweet out Colorado and, like, people would wonder what was going on. But if we just said Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese or, like, WNBA, I mean, it's just a firestorm of comments from all over the place. And just want to avoid that. So
that's what we're talking about to start with. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah. Hot takes.
Caitlin Clark. Is Caitlin Clark too soft for the WNBA? Yes.
No, honestly, I feel bad because, like, she just finished her college season in April. And they have played their 11th game in 19 days at this point, which they have maybe finally 5 days off, which is insane. Like, she basically got not even a full 2 months off, and she's already, like, in the professional ranks, which is insane. We'll just let that be.
Fine. As always, I'm Jordan. With me tonight, I have Commish, Pitt Girl, special guest Katie. Katie, how are you?
I'm great, guys. I'm still riding the high of Charles Leclerc winning Monaco.
Yes.
I've been living in that for like a week.
He was so happy. I think the part that made me laugh the most when I talked about it last time a little bit was how bad the Monaco band was.
It was so fun though.
just not great. Good for them. Good for them trying.
I kept yelling at the cameraman because I wanted to see Danny Rick. Because if it's a bop, he'll dance, and he wasn't dancing. So you're onto something there, Jordan. He might have agreed with you.
Oh, also Beth is here now. Hi, Beth. How are you?
Hi, I'm swell. How's things?
Great. Pitt Girl, how are you?
I'm good. Coming to you live from Washington, D.C. for reasons.
From the nation's capital.
That's right.
I'm the Capitol correspondent.
She is lobbying for the Sickos Committee to become the commissioner of all sports. So
go talk to Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz really cares about college football, apparently. Go talk to Ted Cruz.
Sure.
Do I have to?
Oh, no. God. Oh, maybe, no. Oh, God.
Maybe you can use your Senator Tuberville connection with Auburn there and work some grease the wheels a little bit to help us out.
The fact that the phrase Senator Tuberville sends shivers down my spine, even though that's been a thing for a while now, it actually makes me ill.
Yeah. I hate this so much.
Auburn sure is a horror show when they try.
Yeah, no shit. Hell, Brian Harson's out here defending Dabo Swinney this week. Like,
stop it.
Like every fucking Auburn coach is just trying to bury themselves. It's great.
It's a lot of fun.
What is Brian Harsin even doing with his time right now?
Enjoying the buyout, man. For real.
Posting through it. Yeah.
Scams. Probably scams.
Bitcoin.
Being online way too much.
Brian Harsin is really into big Bitcoin.
It's like I got really into CrossFit and fraud.
He is back home in Boise, Idaho, according to this is from last year. Why does Google suck now?
It's awful.
I would have laughed really hard if Pitt Girl had said, according to Find My Friends. And I was like, whoa.
My Facebook status said, my Facebook with Brian Harsin said that he was just at a church today. So
Wikipedia does not say where Brian Harsin is, so it seems that he is, in fact, actually just enjoying the buyout. Good for him.
Didn't we have a graphic that says, where in the world is Brian Harsin? Is it somewhere? Jordan, is it one of your 10,000 tabs?
Probably.
Okay.
Commish, how are you, sir? How are you, sir?
I'm good. It was an eventful weekend. Just a little bit, some things coming up. And then, so my neighbor's house has a pretty bad wasp infestation going on their second story, and they are slowly coming over to my house now. I'm dealing with that. I am unscathed so far.
How do you fight the wasps? What is your technique?
Well, I mean, It's spray. It's like the spray that shoots like 27 feet away.
Yeah, you stand back and you blast them with spray. Okay, I don't know.
Stand back, blast them with spray, and then run.
I'm not from Louisiana. I don't know what fucking techniques you have. Maybe you have some special thing that I don't know about.
My mama said that in order to get rid of them angry walls, you
throw handfuls of okra at them. I don't fucking know.
You cook them a good jambalaya, and then they get full, and then they just fall over.
Can I brag quickly about something I did this weekend?
Go ahead.
For my wife and our 15th anniversary, we went to, there's a taco place in Dallas called Revolver Taco Lounge, which is very good. But in the back of the restaurant, they have another restaurant. It's a restaurant within a restaurant called the Pura Pecho Room. And it is 8 seats only. And it's a communal table. Basically, the chef, who is James Beard nominated, and his mom and his aunt and his sister cook you dinner.
Mm.
And it's 8 courses. It's very elevated Central Mexican from like Michoacan, like Central Mexico region. And I had some of the best mole I have ever fucking had in my life, to the point that I may have rolled a tear down my cheek at how beautiful it was. It was like that good. I was so happy. It's such a cool experience to just sit there, and the chef comes out and tells you the stories about the things you're eating, and mom and aunt are there. You know, he's a James Beard award-winning chef, and they're bitching at him in Spanish. Like, he's trying to put like the little fancy flowers, like the little like nice touches on the dishes, and they're bitching at him because he's moving too slow. It is great. That energy is amazing. Their tacos by the way, if you're in Dallas, it's in Deep Ellum. Their tacos in the front half of the house are very good too. They have one of my favorite tacos in Dallas, which is, they call their pulpo al pastor, which is a whole fucking octopus tentacle in a taco with like other fun things in it. It's very good. So had some delicious food, was super just great stuff. At one point, one of the dishes was something that they serve at Dia de los Muertos, and you eat it like in the graveyards. And they brought candles out and cut all the light because you're supposed to eat it like in the dark because you're used to eating it. It was very cool. Great time. Got to make some awkward table talk with like my new 6 best friends, because it's communal table stuff. But I love shit like that. That's so much fun. And mole is one of my favorite sauces, and it's so hard to make. I can't imagine ever trying to figure that out. Food nerd update. It was wonderful. I think we have to start with a farewell to Birmingham Southern. If you guys don't know, Birmingham Southern University is closing, or has closed already as of May 31st.
Mm-hmm.
But their baseball team in D3 made the D3 World Series, and they are out today. They lost to Wisconsin Whitewater. It was a close game.
Yeah.
They played it so close. The Panthers are done as a school, as everything else. I actually don't know where the records are being sent, because usually when a university closes, they'll send all the records someplace else, all the files and everything. I'm actually not sure where they're going.
That's where Pitt Girl is. She's in DC trying to make sure we get the records.
Yes, there we go. We will take care of that. So shout out to Birmingham Southern, the Panthers. You had a beautiful campus for orienteering. Gonna miss you.
They had a really good run to make the D3 World Series. They won on a walk-off like Saturday. One of the fathers of the players was like yelled at his son. It was like, do your job. And then his son hits a walk-off home run. So, I mean, that's kind of something you'll never forget. Really bummed that the school is closing, but, you know, again, I don't make those decisions. Maybe they'll return again like UAB did. Maybe in a couple years it'll come back. That wasn't
just the team, though. That was the whole school. I feel like there's a difference there.
A little bit of a difference, but I'm just trying to draw a parallel to a Birmingham school.
I got you.
All right. You know, so...
Sorry, I didn't mean to jump on you. My bad.
I'm going down a little rabbit hole right now about like what happens with closed school transcripts. It looks like in PA, either you come up with a repository, which I'm seeing like AAA automobile clubs and banks and all kinds of places that are repositories for where stuff goes. Okay. Or the other option is like there's a whole list of like look up your closed school and we'll tell you how to get your information. A disconcerting number of these are simply the email address ra-pls@pa.gov, which will send you a closed school letter in lieu of the transcript that we have lost. And friends, it's a lot of this list. It's most of this list.
Oh no.
That's not good.
No, it's not good.
Okay, let's hope that doesn't happen to the Birmingham Southern folks.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Let's hope that doesn't happen. But farewell. We enjoyed the run. Thank you for playing your hearts out. And I think we have to hate Wisconsin Whitewater now.
No, I can't. I can't hate. No, I can't hate Wisconsin Whitewater.
Wisconsin Whitewater. There's a famous coach that came out of there, right?
What?
No. Okay.
No, I mean you can go for it.
Okay. Isn't that Lance Leipold?
Leipold, I believe
yes.
so.
Yeah, that sounds right now that you say it.
I didn't want to fuck it up because it was either that or Mount Union. It was one of the big D3 schools. I couldn't remember which.
I may have it. No, it was Wisconsin Whitewater. It was Lance. It was.
He won, a dozen titles there or whatever.
A ton.
I did not know this.
Yeah, you got the Buffalo job off of that, and then the Kansas job.
Okay.
Six NCAA Division III titles: 2007, 2009, 10, 11, 13, and 14.
They were scary as hell for a long
time. They were fun to watch.
How are we feeling about the College World Series and the Women's World Series? Doing good. I saw my dear Longhorns. They are out now. Louisiana fucking ran them out.
The Cajuns took them out.
I know, that's depressing.
That's a spicy bevo.
It's a very spicy bevo. Wait, Senor Caliente will be here.
You stuffed bevo full of crawdads. Why did you do that?
It's delicious. It'd be delicious.
It would be delicious.
Wait, what is the beef equivalent of a turducken? And how can we? I actually have a recipe in one of my old cookbooks that I got where for stuffed camel. And it's got like it's like an egg and a chicken and a duck and and a camel in the bog den in the Valley-O. Yeah, that's okay.
We've discussed it on the podcast before, and I'm happy every time it comes up. Every time I am glad.
How are we cooking that?
Oh, it tells you. I think it's like in a hole in the ground.
Okay.
So.
My brain is just stuck on cowpiggin.
Cowpiggin?
I think that's how you do that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cowpiggin. So it's like cow, pig, and chicken. I like it.
Yeah, you need something between the pig and the chicken, though. Maybe a turkey.
Okay, I have to tell you this real fast.
I found the camel.
I Googled whole stuffed camel. I found a food.com recipe. Only 4 stars, 14 reviews. Let's go here real
14
fast.
14 people have tried it.
Let's go here.
They've made it, I guess. They tried to make it.
How all these reviews are saying it's a joke. It's not a joke, folks.
I found the one that you have posted before.
Oh, what is it? Go ahead.
Stuffed camel. Ingredients. 1 whole camel. Medium size.
Okay.
I can't stress enough, friends. You need a medium-sized camel. Don't bring a small camel to this party. Because inside...
Or if you have a large camel, then there's going to be an air gap, and that's a problem.
We can't have that, because then how will you fit the 1 whole lamb, large-sized? Or the 20 whole chickens, medium-sized? Or the 60 eggs?
That's so many eggs.
Or the 20 kilos of rice?
60 eggs is 5 dozen, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
That is how math works.
I'm doing...
Or the 2 kilos of pine nuts. Or the 2 kilos of almonds.
Are camels red meat?
They have to be, right? They're not white meat.
I would think so. Horses are red meat.
Are camels red meat?
Anyway, you also need to put the 2 kilos of almonds, the 1 kilo of pistachios, 110 gallons of water, 5 tablespoons of black pepper, which doesn't feel like enough at all.
That's not enough black pepper, no.
And salt to taste, my friend.
Okay.
By the way, if you're asking where you cook it, you need to broil in a large oven until brown.
There we go.
By large oven, I assume we mean large pottery kiln.
But yeah, College World Series. Screech!
We're good at this.
Georgia just walked off Georgia Tech as we're talking about this here. And so Georgia is advancing to the Super Regionals.
Is Campbell in the College World Series? Because I can tie that together then.
No.
Okay, damn it.
You wish.
That would have been so good.
It could have worked. You didn't get over that hump.
I did not. All
right, I just got a red card for bad joke.
Who knocked out? Who did Grand Canyon knock out today?
God, it was like 12-11 or something. Sorry, I'm scrolling.
Oh, the drama.
Dallas Baptist.
Dallas Baptist. There we go. Dallas Baptist, who's one of the hottest teams. I believe Grand Canyon now faces a very hot West Virginia team.
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, West Virginia and Grand Canyon have just started. Bottom of the second. Mountaineers up 5-3.
Hell yeah.
Hey.
In the Tucson regional, because Arizona got eliminated.
Because Arizona got fucking bounced. They are.
Yay, Tucson.
Arizona fans are really having trouble with this, y'all.
They won the Pac-12 in dramatic fashion in the And then they go with some of the folks that watch college baseball heavily. When you go to a double elimination tournament and you lose in 2 games, they call it you go 2 and barbecue.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So Arizona, an overall like top 16 seed regional host, went 2 and barbecue.
Are they the Grand Canyon is the Antelopes?
The Lopes, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
What else are we want to talk about for the World Series is
Our Tulane Green Wave, they got eliminated by the surfing anteaters.
Irvine.
So Irvine could surf the Green Wave, unfortunately. They won that 17-7. Our boys from Nichols and Tulane, we were making fun of them having to go all the way to the Corvallis Regional. They flew on a chartered plane together. And then both of them lost their first games, and then they had to play each other, and Tulane eliminated Nichols. So I'm like, do they just wait another day to go home together? Because unfortunately, Tulane and Nichols are leaving the Corvallis Regional. So it is Oregon State hosting the regional, and they are undefeated in the regional, and they are going to be taking on UC Irvine. Which I think is going on right now. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah. Bottom of the third. Beeves up 5-4 as we speak.
You want to talk about someone who ended up having a good day but started very unpleasant? Let's talk about LSU baseball real fast. LSU baseball was playing Wofford.
Yes.
And Wofford goes up 5-0 in the first.
Not good.
Oh, no.
And LSU fans are just panicking, screaming. LSU wins this 13-6 because college baseball. I
gotta reference the Stats of War Parker Fleming tweet. He says you're leading after 6 innings. Now let's see the bullpens. Mm-hmm. And Parker's been tweeting about LSU baseball and insurance runs, and to me it's kind of like mulch. It's just never enough insurance runs against LSU, apparently, because LSU just beat North Carolina, and they're going to be playing a single elimination game to go to the Super Regional. So it's the defending champ LSU versus North Carolina in Chapel Hill on Monday.
So that's where we're at for how's Florida State baseball doing?
Better than I thought we would be.
I mean,
I feel good.
They won they won the regional.
That's right.
Yeah.
They won the regional, super regionals.
Yeah, I feel okay. I was more invested in softball than I've been in baseball. So I've been a little invested in this. I was really bummed about softball that we didn't go as far. But yeah, you guys want to know who's really invested in this? My parents. My parents, my dad retired 2 years ago, and they watch more college sports than anyone I know.
Hell yeah.
They will watch anything. I think I've also told you guys, I'll come to their house and they'll be watching arena football, they watch everything. Anyways, yes, but also lots of college
Do they
sports.
follow our account? Are they on Twitter now and they follow our tweets?
They're not really on Twitter. They're mostly on Facebook.
Did they listen?
We gotta move to Facebook to get the boomers. We got the millennials.
No.
We gotta go to TikTok to get Gen Z. We gotta go to Facebook to get the boomers.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
I know, I can't either. I'm not on Facebook. I get it. I
was just listening to a podcast about how Facebook is full of AI content and bots talking to each other. Not a place we want to be.
No.
Uh-oh, Beth just celebrated something.
What's up, Beth?
Big arms.
2 more runs for West Virginia.
Oh.
Yes.
Was that a home run?
It was not. It was a long fly ball into right field.
Okay. So it was like a double or something?
Yeah, they had runners at the corners, both scored.
Oh, wow. A bases clearing double.
Nice.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. We do love it.
We
I
do.
know it looks like a triple.
Oh, nice.
My dude.
Wow, a Mountaineer mash.
I would like to talk about.
It was a baseball smash.
It caught on in a flash.
That's right.
All of you.
We did the match.
I would like to talk about Huskers, the Nebraska Huskers, by the way.
Yes.
Not the Belgrade Huskers that we all know and love.
The basketball Huskers. They got eliminated, unfortunately.
Their volleyball coach, John Cook, signed a new contract through 2028, and it has an interesting clause in it. I love contracts with weird clauses, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we love the Jerry Kill clause. If he won the national title, he only got $100,000 bonus when he was at New Mexico State.
Didn't Jed
we
Fish
love
have
those
copper
things.
futures? in Arizona? I think Jed Fish
That's
had
Arizona.
copper futures.
Jed Fish? Or was that Rich Rod?
It might have been Rich Rod had the copper
Rich Rod
futures.
had the copper futures, I think.
But in this one, he gets a horse. More specifically, when Troy and I talked about my contract, I proposed that instead of an annual escalating salary that some coaches do, it would mean a great deal to me if the Nebraska Athletic Department would consider supporting me in purchasing a horse out in central Nebraska that I've had my eye on. The horse, called number 415, was born at the famous Pitzer Ranch in Erickson and is a once-in-a-lifetime performance horse.
Beautiful.
So he gets a horse.
He's a horse girl. He's a horse girl.
Yes.
He's a horse girl.
Mm-hmm.
The question then becomes, what do you put in your contract?
So you get a contract and you get a weird caveat in the contract, no matter what it is. What is your weird caveat in your contract? So instead of like, let's say like a yearly bonus increase, you know, I mean, I want to know how expensive this horse is.
I'm skipping ahead, but if I'm a Pitt coach, I want lithium futures, baby.
Can I share a real world example that might apply to this?
Yes.
Do it.
Like, I think it was about 10 years ago in a job I had, there was a goal that a number of coworkers and I were trying to reach. And I went to my boss and I was like, hey, if we reach this goal, can we be paid in Lou Malnati's pizzas? Like, you know, you can ship Lou Malnati's pizzas and like freeze dry them and they are so good. And he was like, yeah, absolutely. If you hit this, we're definitely doing that. And one of the other coworkers was like, why didn't you ask for cash bonuses? And I was like, listen, I will work for pizza. So I think I've already lived this out. And my weird thing is Lou Malnati's pizzas. Anyways.
I mean, every contract has stuff like the golf club membership,
yeah,
car, things like that.
Yes.
But what would I'm thinking? I want a new bassoon. You're gonna have to buy me a new bassoon.
New bassoon. Okay.
A nice new bassoon. Because
I'm
gonna
what does that run?
Well, that's a great question. The ones I want, 40,000 to 50,000.
Okay. Can I get a picture of a $50,000 bassoon in the chat, please?
Yeah, it looks like a bassoon.
Okay. Just no context in the chat.
So it looks like this horse is a rodeo calf roping horse.
Okay. What does that mean? What does that mean?
So calf roping is a sport where in rodeo where the horse and the calf are released from the chute at the same time. You have to rope the horse. You have to rope the calf, and you need to get it around their horns, not around their neck.
Yep.
Then you loop it around your saddle horn, and the horse has to hold it taut while you go in and actually like tie off the calf and like
you gotta like flip the calf,
and then tie it. Yeah.
Bam.
So that is what this horse is for. The horse is valued at around the horse has earned about $15,000.
Okay, I did not today.
I was really curious because I'm like performance horse. I'm like either we're doing a rodeo thing or we're about to find out that my dude is real into dressage, and I would have been very excited about either possibility.
I did drop a picture of that bassoon in the chat. This is a serial number 6100. The price is running for about 45,000 euros right now. It was played by the principal bassoonist at the Thessaloniki State Symphony Orchestra.
If I ever have to work out the bride price of another sibling, we'll see if we can get you a bassoon.
Thank you. Cool.
You're welcome. Still sad they didn't let me sell my sister for chickens, but well.
But I want a new bassoon. I want a nice bassoon. That's what I want. What do you guys want?
I want the company car to be like a Volkswagen Cabrio.
Yeah. Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could request a specific kind of car, because they always talk about just like you get a car.
Yeah. No, I want a fun car. I don't want a like new $70,000 SUV that's not actually pleasant to drive. I want a fun car.
I want a Geo Metro.
Yeah, it does not have to be expensive. I would be happy with a Miata, but it should be pleasant to drive, preferably a convertible.
What was that Geo that was like a convertible? It was like this little tiny thing. No, not the tracker. There was like
a tracker. Be nice.
There was like a Geo, and it was like a convertible.
Oh, I dropped pictures
like a convertible sedan.
I put it in the chat.
No, it wasn't. It's not.
Oh, there it is. No, it was the Metro. The Metro had a convertible.
Oh,
it's adorable. God. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had a tracker, and my ex-husband had a Metro.
Oh my God, it's so cute.
We were out here supporting the Geo family of products.
I'll top you one. Here is a Geo Metro that has been converted into a dragster.
Hell yeah. And it's the 3-cylinder. Yes. So the Geo Metro came in 2 configurations. There's the 4-cylinder, which is the sedan, and then there's the 3-cylinder hatchback, and that's a hatchback, baby.
Hell yeah.
It made the most exciting, like, tortured squirrel noise when you were trying to go fast.
On a semi-related note, shout out to the people who have converted like 2007 Volkswagen Beetles into monster trucks, because that shit's hilarious.
Commish, I assume you're going to be requesting crawfish in your, like, just bags of crawfish in your special rider.
I don't know. Like, I've always wanted an airboat.
Of course you have.
You should just move to Florida.
You should just fly one.
Preownedairboats.com.
Yeah.
Preownedairboats.com.
The
that
airboat
is not
was
a sponsored
inside you
thing.
all along.
All along.
I don't know. That's one thing.
They're not that expensive.
No. And that's why I'm like, that's not that expensive. But like
the horse is only like $15,000. It's also
really
not that expensive. Beth said it has earned $15,000. So
it's you know, I don't know. Like an airboat would really be fun, but I would need like a house to go with that. So
hold on. Okay, Houston Craigslist airboats. Here we go.
Let's do it. Who we got?
On Lake Jackson, got one for $28,000.
Nice.
These are expensive. Seats forward and runs 40 miles per hour on open water, but much faster in skinny water. What's skinny water? I don't know what that is.
So skinny
water means shallow.
It means shallow, but like basically the water that's not too deep, and you could go like through like the aquatic grass on it. Basically, it's very marshy, and you could hop right over it, which is pretty nice.
So I got you one right here. We're set to go. It was only posted 2 days ago.
Okay.
Priced to move, they say.
Sign up for our Patreon so we can have the official transportation of the Sickos Committee. A pre-owned airboat.
I just think it's really exciting that the boat moves. I want to know more.
I mentioned it earlier, but hey, Pitt Girl, how are your lithium futures doing?
They don't exist yet, but they're going to.
The University of Pittsburgh found a quote-unquote gold mine of lithium. Mixed metaphor there.
Pitt, why? Pitt, no.
Pitt is now going to be in the lithium battery market, and I believe Pitt is going to become the Dubai of lithium. So congratulations.
It's like all through the Marcellus Shale. Like, this is going to suck so much. It's going to be awful.
We don't actually love extractive industry, but you know, electric cars are cool, so that seems good.
This feels like
thank you for finding all the murder gas.
Someone made a joke on Twitter that the history of the United States is basically being like, oh shit, we need this resource. We have to buy it from someone else. Wait a second. We just discovered that we have fuck tons of it around here. Over and over. And congrats. Now we have enough lithium.
The United States just wins at Catan every time. We don't ever have to trade for anything because we pull the thing we need.
I am Wool Lord. Bow before me.
I tried going brick heavy one game. It's not useful because you can only buy development cards. Anyways, this week we had schedule drops. Dun dun dun. And that was basically everything talked about before the video game stuff came out. So we'll talk about the schedules first. First, I'd like to announce to the world, like I did on Twitter, I'm going to the Brawl this year. I don't fucking care.
Yay!
I bought my plane ticket. I was like, the minute it came out, I was like, fuck it. I'm going to get my plane tickets. I will deal with details when I get there. So, Beth, you're going to have a roomie.
Yay!
You're going to have a sleepover.
You can sleep with Podcat.
I'm going to have to take so many allergy shots before I come to your house. I
was going to say, of course you're allergic to cats.
Yeah.
Of course I am. So I'm just going to dose myself real good.
It's all right. Podcat is really good at keeping his distance, and he definitely won't crawl all over you the instant that he meets you.
Cats know that I'm allergic. They come to me.
Podcat loves all people. You're dead.
Let's talk about some interesting games here. First off, how about Penn State at West Virginia as Big Noon Saturday on August 31st on Fox?
I'm going to be a briquette.
How many West Virginians are going to take Big Nude Saturday literally?
It's not 0.
I can't even. Oh my God. Morgantown, August 31st at noon?
Yeah.
Scorching. Just absolutely scorching.
That's just, I mean, it's okay. West Virginia is in the mountains, right? But I feel like Morgantown can get really humid and foggy and gross. Am I right in that assessment?
It's most likely to just be scorching hot at that point. Like it does get quite warm, and it's going to be pretty humid. So
okay.
And the seats at Mile and Pusker do evoke the like metal thing that you use at the pool when you're trying to get a suntan.
Yeah, and you're sitting on metal bleachers, so like, there's a certain amount of ass scorching that will be occurring,
and reflected like underneath your chin, scorching, and all the good
be
stuff.
One of those days where I'm like, can I get a press pass so I can be in the shade? My family would kill me.
You're gonna have to wrap Puddles up. What are you gonna like? How are you going to keep him from scorching?
Oh, so Puddles has a hat that we've named Lawrence.
Okay.
After Lawrence of Arabia.
Got it. Got it.
It looks like a baseball hat, and then it has like a mullet on it.
I love those. Yes, I love those.
Yeah. So Puddles will be fine. He also like Puddles is almost 80. So like Puddles will wear long sleeves to everything, and like he'll be just fine.
Thank you for the mental image of Lawrence, though. I am disappointed that I missed that hat at last year's brawl.
There's always this year.
Unrelated, I just found out the car that one of my high school classmates drove, and it was called a Mercury Capri.
Yeah.
And that's what it was, a 1991 Mercury Capri. It was like silver, and it was like the worst little convertible I've ever seen. It was worse than the Geo Metro, honestly. So there it is in the chat. Enjoy.
The last time I saw one of those, it was very badly wrecked in a snowbank.
Oh my god, it's got pop-up headlights.
It does.
I love pop-up headlights so much.
Can we bring those back,
it was like
please?
It was like a little silver thing, and it was so tiny, man. It was so
It's
small.
like a shitty Miata. I love it so much.
I like the fact that it has bonus headlights below its pop-up headlights. In case of failure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, because you know they're going to fail. Because all pop-up headlights fail eventually.
Yeah, that's the best part, where it looks like your car's constantly winking.
My first car was an 89 Honda, and only the right headlight worked.
Yep, exactly.
So it did look like I was constantly winking at you.
Winking, yeah.
It's beautiful.
Can I interest you guys in Mississippi State at Arizona State, 10:30 Eastern p.m.?
Yeah, I mean, yes.
AM?
PM.
PM.
Oh, okay.
This is that game.
That is really considering Arizona State.
So Mississippi State played Arizona 2 years ago in this weird slot. Now they decided to go to Arizona State. They just played Arizona last year in like home and home. Now they're doing Arizona State in the same thing. Is there some reason they're going out
maybe
there?
they tried out the dry heat and they liked it.
Okay.
Yeah.
My guess is some type of mortgage fraud in Scottsdale. That what
seems,
feels.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like someone has a grift going, and they're doing everything they can to just keep this thing going.
So since 2022, Arizona State has played 10 P5 teams in this slot, and they won 8 of those. This is also the game that got Herm Edwards fired because Eastern Michigan showed up at 10:30 p.m. in the desert and absolutely boat raced them.
Yep.
I mean, and there are ranked wins here. Friend of the program, Ben, did this for me. 2018, they beat ranked Michigan State. 2013, they beat ranked Wisconsin. 2011, they beat ranked Mizzou. 2004, they beat ranked Iowa 44-7 in the desert. So this is one of my favorite games. I don't think I talk about this game enough, but it's the early season out of conference Arizona State late game. Because this is when they have, one time, didn't they have a Haboob go through? Was that another game?
That was the Haboob. That was the one game that I fell asleep. It was like a Thursday night.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, and everybody was tagging us.
And it was like, I made it to 1:30 a.m., but the game didn't finish until like 2:30.
Yeah.
Central. And it was a Thursday. I'm like, I got work the next day. And I'm like, I passed out with my phone in my hand, like just trying to tweet through it. And then I couldn't make it. And I had work the next day. So I'm not a young one anymore, you know?
Give us enough Patreon money. We will stay up for those games because we won't have to work the next morning.
Or we'll hire an intern.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Ooh.
We've get more requests in our inbox for people wanting to be our interns.
It's a terrifying number of people want us to not pay them.
Unpaid intern.
One, I want to, as my wife goes, aren't you all unpaid interns so far?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got picked for the time use survey from the Census Bureau, like maybe this time last year, and trying to the day that they told me to keep track of what I did with my time was a Tuesday, and attempting to explain the podcast to the poor census taker. She was like, "So is this your job?" And I was like, "No, this is like a weird hobby."
How about Ole Miss at Wake Forest on the CW?
Hell yeah.
This is the one I called Clausen's Creek, which I thought was very good.
That is very good.
I was really like that one. This is, hey Lane, buddy, this is not what you think it is. No. All of a sudden, this has gone from easy win to trap game. First off, why is Ole Miss going to Wake Forest?
I don't know.
What was this agreement?
Maybe it's a P5 home and home. I don't know. They feel like they've played.
Technically, yes.
Yeah. I feel like they've played, like they did this with Georgia Tech, like recently. And like Ole Miss is doing a random home and home with like a smaller ACC school.
A, do it. B, Georgia Tech at least gets you to Atlanta. It makes sense, like recruiting wise.
I mean,
what are they doing in Winston-Salem?
Trying
out cigarettes
in the research triangle.
I mean, the North Carolina region is like there's Charlotte. It's a triangle of towns, so it's worth a trip to North Carolina for recruiting, I would say. This game is completely turned on its head. Like you think Ole Miss would have dominated. No, now it's on the CW.
Not on the CW, baby. Not on the CW.
That is that's immediate mark it down on the game of the week radar already.
How about y'all? They're moving the Egg Bowl to Friday.
Hate it.
I hate like this.
Okay, did we have a Friday Egg Bowl game a few years ago though?
No.
Am I misremembering this?
I can't remember any Egg Bowl being
Thursday
on a Friday.
In a while.
Okay.
I will say
it was Thursday. Okay, never mind.
I will be a little bit less mad if the Egg Bowl has been moved to Friday to accommodate Texas A&M being on Thursday, but that seems unlikely.
That's the one thing I echo that sentiment there. It's just like if ESPN is moving the Egg Bowl to Friday to put Texas A&M, now a conference game, on Thanksgiving, and they have the rights to both, but they have not announced that. But if they're making that move, yeah,
I mean that one would be okay.
Maybe
with, but
it still feels
Egg
bad,
Bowl.
though.
Okay,
Egg Bowl.
I just looked it up. The Egg Bowl has been played on Thanksgiving Day since 2017. Maybe before that, but apparently prior to 2017, it was different. I'll look further.
Okay. It's 99 to 2003, in 2013, and from 2017 to 2023. Okay. So it's kind of spotty.
It's a great post-Thanksgiving Day game. You know, you have your food, you watch the Cowboys play awful football.
You watch the Lions play awful football.
And then you unbuckle your belt, you put on the comfy pants, and you watch the Egg Bowl. You watch a coach come out on an ATV trying to explain it in a very poor metaphor.
I'm going to go back to being a brawl revanchist. If you're moving the Egg Bowl off, move the brawl back to Thanksgiving. Put it back.
Late season brawl, best brawl. At that point,
have it ruin my holiday every year.
Yeah, you know what? Fine.
Right. They're also moving the Georgia Tech game to Black Friday. It had been on Saturday. They moved it back to Black Friday.
Listen, it's really important that everybody has to watch the Washington Commanders.
Oh, that's right. Are they the ones playing on Friday, the Black Friday game?
Ew. I hate this. NFL, get back on your day.
No,
go away. You already have Sunday. Fucking leave.
No. We have to band together as college football fans to shun the NFL.
Yeah.
We have to maintain our college football traditions. We have to hold the line. We have to fight against the invasive
this
NFL
far, no
species.
farther.
That's right.
Shun the non-believers. Shun.
Where's the game being played? Do we know?
Which one?
Is it at Georgia or Georgia Tech?
Oh.
No, sorry, the Georgia Tech game.
I don't know. Does it matter?
I think it's Atlanta.
Is it Atlanta?
Or is it Athens?
Okay, because, and I only know this because of the Florida State rivalry. Florida State will play on a Friday, which we did. No, hold on. I have to think about this. I think the SEC and Florida won't play on a Friday.
Oh, it's at Georgia. It looks like it's
at Georgia. Oh, just kidding. Never mind.
That would be interesting.
I retract my argument. Never mind.
Stanford. It might be Florida just being difficult because I think you're right about this. I feel like they talked about it on Split Zone or something.
Yeah. Yes,
it's at Bobby Dodd in Atlanta. It looks like.
Oh, never mind. I fucked that up.
No, I'm wrong. It's in Athens.
I thought it was an SEC thing, but I think I'm wrong now. So never mind.
Update in softball. Stanford has eliminated UCLA.
Further update: West Virginia's up 10-3 now. I've been up there making big arms a lot.
Oh yeah.
Then Brett McMurphy announces that Red River is still on the same day.
Okay.
Red River is at 3:30 Eastern.
Why is that a big deal, Jordan?
Okay, So I'm going to quote Roger Sherman on this. Roger says, quote, I repeatedly heard, quote within a quote, we play the game at 11 a.m. because if we play it later than that, 50,000 drunk Texas fans and 50,000 drunk Oklahoma fans will get in 100,000 fights. Probably nothing to worry about. It does
But the stadium is so neatly divided. Won't there really only be fights on the 50?
I mean, initially. Also,
maybe they're going to borrow the barbed wire from Mexico.
Yeah, we're going to have to actually do the European thing of supporter sections being cordoned off from each other. Because this is going to be, it's also not always a good weather weekend. Sometimes it's hot as shit, and 3:30 is way fucking hotter than 11 a.m. in Texas.
Define hot as shit. I live in Pennsylvania.
I also, define hot as shit because I live in Florida. And I want to talk about noon games and 3:30 games in Florida in August.
Like 90, 95, it could be.
Yeah.
In October? Yeah, that's still...
Yeah, that's a possibility. It's always on the table. You could be in... Or it could be like ridiculously cold out of nowhere.
Yeah, it could be 40 and like blowing.
Because you could get that Texas fake fall that came in like a week early, and you're like, yeah, it's fall. Then the next week is like 95 again. You have no idea what to expect weather-wise, but you can expect probably feels like 100 typically.
I think we were in the 40s 2 nights ago, and it's June.
Congrats to you.
This is going to be...
It's so hot here.
This move is spicy as shit because putting it later, I mean, first off, it changes my whole brain because, Red River's at 11 a.m. Central. Like, I know that
it is
always when it happens.
Like, I mean, it's just, again, it's like Ohio State, Michigan. It's fucking 11 a.m. It's like Northwestern Illinois. It's 11 a.m.
We should move that. We should move Ohio State, Michigan to a Thursday.
That...
No. Go Tuesday.
Thanksgiving night, Ohio State, Michigan. I'm sure they would love that shit.
No.
Emgo blog burns down.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the thing is, you need to put it in a space where it will really gets the space to breathe that it deserves, which is why I want to move it to April 17th.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make Ohio State, Michigan a neutral site game.
Yeah.
And it's third.
You already hold it. Night. We play it in Detroit. We play it at the place in Detroit.
No, we play it in
Indy.
No.
Play it where all neutral site games should be played. FedEx Field.
No, they should play it in Toledo.
Yeah,
oh my God. Yes, you're right.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
The never-ending Battle of Michigan.
Put it on an aircraft carrier somewhere. Yeah. Anyways.
We'll put an aircraft carrier in Lake Michigan.
Right.
Oh God, we're back to this again. Can we get an aircraft carrier
next to our riverboat?
Can we get an aircraft carrier into Lake Michigan?
Yes.
So we can sailgate this also.
Sending an aircraft carrier up the St. Lawrence Seaway,
just
trying to take it through the Welland Canal. Oh my God!
Yes, do it. Whatever.
Another game that got moved. Paul Bunyan's Axe. This is Minnesota, Wisconsin. Is being moved back to Black Friday.
That's fine. I was fine with that being a Black Friday game when it was one. God, I don't have a strong opinion about what day it's played on.
Oh man, the Axe rules. Like Minnesota.
Yeah, I think it's fun that it's a Friday game, honestly, because it gives you more opportunity to watch it.
Minnesota has some awesome rivalry trophies. Just like as a whole. I mean, like they play for like Floyd, they play for the Axe. I mean,
the bacon.
Was it the one with Michigan? Is it like the
jug?
The
yeah,
jug?
It's a little brown jug.
God, they have some amazing rivalry trophies. I love the Gophers for that. Those things rule.
I have a question. Do you think PJ Fleck prefers Friday or Saturday? I can't decide.
I think he's just crazy enough to be like, I don't fucking care. If we show up when we play. I'll play everyone on Tuesday. I'll play everyone on Tuesday.
He's ready for a Tuesday.
You can just. Oh man, you can convince me of that. You can also convince me that, like, no, I had a prophecy from a witch in a forest. I can't play on Fridays.
Yes.
Like, I could see that too.
Yes. Fair.
I again, like PJ Fleck, I can see that he is so over prepared that he already prepared for the game being on Friday. Like,
he's just prepared on like
he has
Wednesday,
a binder.
Wednesday,
It's like in case the game gets moved to Wednesday at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Go consult the binder. Like, just he has a binder.
There's a flow chart in there.
All possible scenarios, PJ Fleck has got it covered.
Yeah, that's fair.
What about the Heroes game? And I know you might be wondering what I'm talking about. The Heroes game is Nebraska, Iowa. Is going to be in prime time.
Can we get this game a real rivalry name? Because this one's stupid.
Can I turn you around on that?
Okay.
What if the rivalry trophy was a sandwich?
Okay.
I'll allow it.
Oh, that's nice.
Out there, it'd be like the sub game, or like they call them grinders in Iowa. I don't think they call them grinders.
That's a very northeastern New England.
Could the sandwich be like a half runza and like a half like normal like hero?
I like it.
This is wonderful. I will bronze this thing.
Okay, we do that.
Hey Beth, I know I know you're big into businesses and doing businessy things nowadays. Mm-hmm. What if we start a business where we bronze things for schools for trophies?
Oh, absolutely. The random bric-a-brac are us business.
Mm-hmm. Or what we do is we go to thrift shops and bronze things for schools.
Yeah.
Yes.
Congrats. You're now playing for the the answering machine, the bronze answering machine from 1983.
Yep. You're playing for the treadle sewing machine.
I just want to point out, I Googled literally Iowa sandwich slang, and they have a thing called a made right.
Okay.
All right.
Made right might be a popular colloquial name for a finely ground loose meat sandwich. And they have 30 eateries, 17 of which are in Iowa. Anyways, sorry. So maybe that's the made right trophy. I don't know. That sounds very Iowa.
I need to see what loose meat looks like.
Is this not a sloppy Joe? I'm envisioning a sloppy Joe.
It might be.
It looks like a sloppy Joe. Yes.
Okay. All right.
It's 10:58 Eastern. Do you know where your finely ground loose meat is?
Do you know where your made right is? Well, it's weird. It's very weird. Anyways, maybe don't Google Iowa sandwich slang.
Again, I don't want to one up.
Definitely don't put that in Urban Dictionary.
No,
I was just thinking we needed an Urban Dictionary, but only for sandwich slang.
Yes.
Safe for work Urban Dictionary only for sandwich. Only sandwiches.
When I was looking for my Dawson's Creek joke, I needed the Dawson's Creek font, and I found it on someone's Italian Dawson's Creek fan page from 2000, and it makes me miss old internet that had shit like that. Old internet would have already had a page for every slang sandwich name. It probably would have been hosted on Angel Fire too.
Mm-hmm.
All 2 megabytes.
On the bright side, Google sucking so bad means that we might go back to that.
Thank God. When Nerds had a webpage that was accessed for people that needed to know things like, I need to know every time this one Simpsons character has ever appeared. They've got, a complete website for that. Thank you. Old internet. Breaking news.
Breaking news. The Edmonton Oilers have defeated the Dallas Stars.
No!
Now it is going to be the Stanley Cup final between the Florida Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers.
Florida's going to win this, and Canada's not going to have another Stanley Cup.
It is now the furthest between two NHL cities ever in the Stanley Cup final.
I love this.
The distance of 2,541 miles. It eclipses the longest distance between the 2011 finals between the Canucks, the Vancouver Canucks, and the Boston Bruins. So now it is the furthest possible finals, unless Vancouver makes it, and it's Florida, because they're in Sunrise. And I've been getting corrected all day on my tweet about flights to Edmonton that it would be quicker if you flew from Fort Lauderdale instead.
Bunch of fucking boomers living in Florida.
Wait, where are they saying Fort Lauderdale instead of where?
Miami. It'd be quicker to fly to Edmonton there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, whatever. I just hastily Googled flights from Miami to Edmonton, not Fort Lauderdale.
Tell them all to calm down. There's better amenities at the Miami airport.
Okay.
Way better amenities.
Need the NHL amenities, right?
Yeah.
I am just hung up on the fact that, so I am sitting facing a busy street in Washington, D.C. right now. I have seen several city buses drive by that say, "Go Caps."
Well, you pay for that advertising, you leave it on there until someone else covers it up.
I guess.
I can never remember.
It's like on the front. Like, this bus is going to this place. Go Caps.
I can never remember if Edmonton is the north one between Calgary and Edmonton. It is, by the way, in Alberta. One of them's north, one of them's not. Edmonton's the north one. Okay. The other interesting thing, this has been on the schedule, and I just guess I missed it. Boise State and App State are playing a home and home in 2025 and 2027. I complain about how I don't want like two G5 programs just sort of like slugging it out for a non-conference game. But this one, This
one's good.
This is spicy. I like this a lot.
No,
they've only ever played once before.
I love App State doing this because they did this with Wyoming.
Yes.
Like they did this, and then they're willing to do this. So like you are, I would say, not necessarily like a notable G5, but like a brand, like a G5 brand, and you're playing another G5 brand, like Boise and App. I mean, those are like names. Those are brands. That's kind of a big thing. And as the commission, I'm sensing something here. I am sensing a Mountain West Sunbelt alliance forming here, and where there's going to be a Mountain West Sunbelt like challenge form over time.
Okay.
And I'm really hyped about it. I hope it happens, but I mean, give me like App and Boise, give me, ULM and New Mexico, give me, Utah State, and I mean Marshall. Just give me some weirdness, and I feel like it'd be really, really entertaining football, because when they match up in bowl games, oh god, it's a lot of fun.
Can I mention that they played once before? They played in the 1994 1AA, now FCS playoffs. And number 3 Boise State beat number 17 App State 17-14. Now, the interesting thing about this game, I'm going to read you a little bit from the school newspaper. If football games were looked at as works of art, Saturday's game between BSU and Appalachian State would be more graffiti than masterpiece.
Oof.
App State gave the ball away 7 times.
Generous.
And won 17-14. It was raining.
No, this is art. This is art. The reviewer is wrong. This is performance art.
Yeah, they just didn't know how good they had it back then.
Nope. We weren't around yet.
Boise State's quarterback went 13 for 32. In 94, that's a little better. And then intercepted the ball 4 times. 4 times. That's really impressive, y'all. They also managed 40 rushing attempts for 124 yards. They beat App on almost every number and almost lost the game. That's so impressive. This is the next time they'll play. This is great. I am all about this game. I am so excited.
Just want to mention the name of Boise State's coach at the time. They won this game 17-14. Do you know the name?
I saw it, but I forgot what it was. Who is it?
All right, it's Pokey Allen.
That's right, Pokey Allen.
That's right. Ernest Duncan, quote unquote, Pokey Allen.
I do have a picture of him. They lost the national title that year to Marshall, I believe. That was like the big
Youngstown State.
Youngstown State, my bad. Youngstown State.
Sorry.
There is video of that game, by the way.
It was in Marshall, though. Like
that's right.
The championship game was in Marshall.
Because the FCS championship game was at Marshall as their home stadium for a long time.
That's correct.
This is a Marshall back was like 1AA.
Yeah, just this seems like a weird place for it. Like,
it was funny because
West Virginia is not particularly convenient.
I mean, neither is Pocatello, Idaho, and they had back-to-back years there.
Brett Gibbons at Road to CFB did say on Twitter that Mizzou coming up has some interesting road games. Mizzou's road game schedule: 2024 at UMass, 2025 at Miami, Ohio, 2027 at San Diego State, 2029 at Northern Illinois, 2030 at North Texas. I can go to that one. 2031 at FAU, and 2033 at San Diego State again. That is some interesting out-of-conference away scheduling.
I don't really want to drag myself to Massachusetts to see Mizzou at UMass, but I also kind of do want to drag myself to Massachusetts to see Mizzou at UMass.
I mean, like to see the law firm
MizzoUmass.
MizzoUmass. Okay, that's it. There's the graphic. Save it.
Yeah.
Put it in the brainstorming channel or whatever we got going on. It is MizzoUmass. So I mean, like, and combine.
Wait, do we say it like is it like Christmas? It's MizzoUmass? Or is it MizzoUmass?
MizzoUmass.
Okay. No, I like MizzoUmass. MizzoUmass is good.
Is that good in the chat right there in our chat?
I just put it right there.
Okay.
The new workout trend that's sweeping the nation. MizzoUmass.
MizzoUmass.
Helps build your pelvic floor.
This game is in October. Also, I was expecting this to be like
early
the
September
season opener or whatever. No, it is October 12th.
Red River weekend. See, that's the thing. Right on Red River.
I mean, you got to counter program to that, right?
Probably at the same time too.
MizzoUmass.
Time yet to be announced, but 3:30
at McGurk.
3:30 in Amherst, party hard.
Does McGurk have lights? I would hope so.
Yeah, they have lights.
Okay.
I think
McGurk
everyone has
Alumni
lights.
Stadium.
I think everyone except for Northwestern has lights now.
Okay.
They will.
Well, I mean, Northwestern is putting out images of their practice field, which is I love that they're doing that.
I'm so worried, guys, that we won't be able to see the field from our boat.
No, it looks like we're okay. It looks like we're okay for like one of the shorelines. It seems like a small set of stands.
The best is that the end zone seats are so tall because they have to put the seats somewhere. It's the most ridiculous looking stadium render I've ever seen.
I love it so much. I'm like, we got to get
They're very tall and they're very far away.
Yes. This is
Bring
why
your binoculars. Kids.
This is why I want the riverboat. Like you get something like the Natchez. It's a 3-decker. All right. So we probably have to be watching on the top deck.
That's where I want to be.
That's where we want to be. Drinking Malort, evidently.
Our Malort board.
Bort.
I'll die on this hill now. So Ross Dellinger mentioned that the NCAA is going to start allowing corporate field logos on the field, perhaps, and maybe even patches on jerseys. Now, if you're a soccer fan, this is not a surprise to you. The weird one is if you watch your American football teams in Europe, their jerseys are plastered in ads, just like soccer ones are, and it's very disorienting if you're not used to that. But yeah, like that's, I don't know, man.
Yeah, imagine things like Bank of America Stadium having a corporate logo on them. Wild.
Right, that's the thing. Is it we already allow for this? Why wouldn't just want to so we can stamp out in the field? It's no big deal.
I mean, we do it in bowl games, so
yeah.
I mean, it's all over in the bowl games. I mean, there's a patch you get the Duke's Mail Bowl patch on your jersey.
That's more of a badge of honor, really.
Yeah, I mean, really, that is something that they should.
Yeah,
they should put that over your heart, which I think they do. They put it on the left side of the jersey.
And in your heart a little bit.
Okay. Really quickly, speaking of bowl games, I have an important update. Are we all aware that there is a Crunchwrap Supreme that involves a Cheez-It?
What?
Yes.
Oh, I've seen this. Yeah. I'll just drop a picture in the chat for you.
Yes.
I had it last night.
Oh.
Whoa.
It's really good.
Okay.
Now,
I went in with very low expectations. I was like, this is going to be soggy. I'm not going to enjoy it. I love a Crunchwrap Supreme. Crunchwrap Supreme is the top of my list for Taco Bell ordering. The Cheez-It one was really good. I will order it again.
Now, I know,
just FYI.
Beth and Pitt Girl, you're looking at being like, how can you put a Cheez-It on a Crunchwrap Supreme? I need you to see the picture I just dropped because it's not what you think of as a Cheez-It.
It's so good.
Oh.
It looks like Ched Z.
That is a
Ched
cracker
Z.
plank.
Giga Cheez-It.
Sorry, I've derailed us, but this is a very important update.
You
and I was
derailed
really
us?
to getting this last night. Oh, it
We
was
don't
so
have
good,
rails.
you guys. It was really, really good.
No rails.
We were hanging out last night with some friends, and my friend Michael, who is as committed to Taco Bell as I am, was like, about the cheese, and I was like, yeah, I know about the Cheez-It, but you can't get it yet. And he's like, no, we can. And I was like, take me there now.
Immediately. Take me to get the Cheez-It stat.
Yes. 5 of us piled into a car and went to Taco Bell immediately. And yeah, it was really good, guys. It was really, really good.
Wait, can I get it here?
I think so. I think the key is ordering it through the app. You may have to have status, which my friend Michael has status. I do not. But
there's
I think
Taco
you can
Bell
order it just through the app.
Status.
Yeah. Oh yeah, y'all.
Oh,
Meanwhile, as I download the Taco Bell app.
No, but I genuinely think everyone can get it through the app right now. I think
TacoBell.com.
The Taco Bell app, which has a Cheez-It as the background right now.
Oh.
I think
on the
genuinely app. Think if you order it through the app, everyone can get it. And it is so good. It's so good.
My Taco Bell's open until midnight. I have an hour after this to go do that. So
Jordan, make it happen.
Hold up, make it happen. Let's do ads, and then we'll come back to the other things. As always, check out our Linktree on Twitter and Instagram and our Blue Sky profiles for things that you can get discount codes for stuff like that. We have our Discord and our Patreon. Our Patreon basically lets however much you want, but for $5 a month, that level, you get access to our Discord, which means you get to chat with us during the week about Lord knows what. We're all on there. We pop our heads in and out. We drop the first drafts of things in there as well. Some folks were asking about my non-NCAA championships thing. We're dropping our first one on Monday, which is the day after this. That will be on there, and you can help us out with that kind of stuff too. It's a great atmosphere. If you're on the Patreon, you actually get access to our paywall subtac posts and our new podcasts, our paywall only podcasts, including Commish's Corner, Yes, Rah, 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 Yes, and the Prairie View Chronicles. Beth and I just recorded the episode about the Iowa fight song, talked about the Music Man and a bunch of other stuff as well, which is a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. It was a very chaotic episode, which, of course it is. We have our merch store, which is now open again at Sickos Committee. If you go to sickoscommittee.org, we're under, I think, Fourth Wall. I think that's what it's called now, the company.
Yes.
But they have a bunch more options. So we're starting light. This is our soft launch. The big thing there, of course, is that we have our Pride merch for June. Yay Pride, BK Do Crimes. And we have everything, the profits we get from all of our Pride stuff are going straight to the Trevor Project because that's the right thing to do for that. So they'll be up for a while. I'll probably leave them up full time. It doesn't actually matter, but I'll keep donating the money because why not?
Yeah, we're still working on that one. I'm going to be updating the store a little bit. And we got a bunch of designs coming. We're probably going to have a new In This House this year because last year we had it. We'll probably still sell the old In This House, and then we'll have a new updated version of it, I hope, soon.
As usual, if there's something that you would like to see in our store, tell us about it.
Yeah, yell at us.
We would love to know.
Tweet at us. Hey, I need this, I need that. We moved to Fourth Wall. For this, they have a whole lot more options because you yelled at us that you wanted some things. We don't
more bathing suit options, which apparently
we do. Yeah, and yoga pants. Oh yeah,
we get the Sickos across the ass. Wonderful.
That's right.
That is where the letters go.
Yes. That is true. That's right on the butt.
We all, of course, have our YouTube channel as well, our Instagram, our Substack, where Commish is working on the best seasons of all time for schools who stopped having a football team. Just wrapped up Pepperdine and is now working on UC San Diego State, or just finished it.
No, I just finished UC San Diego. I've had to edit UC San Diego because UC San Diego was quite unique because they only had one season and they only played football for 1 year. And it was not a great season. So I called that the only season of all time.
There we go.
So I changed that a little bit. Shout out to CFB Campus Tour, their alma mater. I had to do that based on one of their tweets. And it was an incredible story. There's so much stuff behind it in that one random season.
Shout out to Message Board Geniuses podcast. They go to the places that we refuse to go, especially after some trials this week, jury verdicts.
Yeah. That was not on purpose, honestly.
And then lastly, Home Field Apparel, as usual, offer code yes, ha ha ha, yes for 15% off your first order. But 15% off your first order. However, summer box.
Yes.
The summer subscription boxes, the hats are gone. If you missed it, you can
the
still
hat's
buy
done.
it.
The subscription hats are gone.
They'll still have the releases for each one, but the subscription hats are gone. So if you want this, if you want a shirt with the Banana Slugs or the Gooey Duck or the Roadrunners or the Northern
Ospreys.
Arizona Lumberjacks or the Northern Florida Ospreys.
That's right.
If you want these, you got to move now.
Yeah.
It's an osprey. Like ocean spray. Yeah.
Osprey?
Spray.
Spray. Okay.
I thought you were saying it like it was a cologne. Osprey. If you want to smell like Jacksonville.
No, I do not want to smell.
You don't want to smell like Jacksonville?
Look to your heart. Do you want to smell like Jacksonville?
Osprey, the new eau de toilet. Sorry.
Just rub a bird on something.
That is what Jacksonville smells like.
I mean, yeah. If you guys want these, this shirt set, get it now because
we love you, Home Field.
Each shirt is usually, I think, $36, and they're down to $20 per shirt. That is insane.
It's insane. It's almost like it's almost a 50% discount. You get 7 shirts. I mean, it's worth it, honestly. And then I know some people in our Discord are like, "Hey, if I don't want this school, I'm gonna gift these to people." And I'm like, if these people are the same size of you, it's perfect to do that because honestly, I'm probably gonna give my shirt, the UTSA shirt, to my wife because she is a UTSA alumnus and she's also already like looking at me to buy more UTSA gear from Home Field. So yeah, sign up for it. I am excited for the Fight Nokra because I will definitely be wearing my Fight Nokra shirt when it's gumbo season again. Probably November, late November in San Antonio, maybe October. We can hope. Yeah, I'm excited for this. Again, get it Hurry. Go.
Commish out here giving away gifts. I'm just going to be sleeping on my pile of home field shirts like a dragon.
Not for anyone else. It's my hoard. The video game came out. Not the official game. Sorry, the gameplay came out. And everyone's getting super excited because people were looking at little things. First off, they really needed to make the part where it said player and team ratings shown are not final and subject to change.
A little bit bigger. I think you needed to make that like almost halfway across the entire screen. Honestly.
But my favorite one was Iowa offense 71, Iowa defense 94. Fuck yeah, baby.
It's not
That's
final.
What I love to see.
It's not final.
It's not. I don't give a shit. It's
not final. Yeah, Iowa offense 94. I'm sorry, Iowa defense 94. I got that backwards, of course. And their offense 71, and their overall
Commish,
like 85. It's great.
I need you to tell me what your favorite thing was that you saw in this.
Okay, so I'm gonna give a shout out to in our Discord Bobby. So Bobby, again, we had Mike Golick on because of Bobby, and just saying that Mike's gonna be an insufferable fan because of the Notre Dame back-to-back lacks, and then we got Mike Golick Jr. on the show, and then Bobby,
highly sufferable, I would have said.
I mean, he was very sufferable. He was great. It was awesome. Mm-hmm. I'm glad that he was on there. Thank him for coming, and maybe one day he'll come back. So I'm gonna thank Bobby again because he just like shouted ULM mentioned, and I was like, I'm watching the trailer, and I'm like, I didn't see ULM at all, but if you would have blinked, you'd have missed it, because from like second 37 to 38 in the trailer, they showed ULM and an injury to a player while they were playing at Texas State. And they show ULM up 14-0 on Texas State in the first quarter. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of realistic. We'll probably blow this lead. Fine. I'm just happy that ULM is mentioned because we kind of blew a lead like this earlier this year, and I was in attendance, and it sucked. But the things that I didn't catch when I excitedly tweeting out ULM mentioned, they forgot the entire second deck to the Texas State Stadium.
So Texas State fans have lost their minds about this.
They took our screenshot from this and they just went ham. Like, hey, what the hell happened? Where's our second deck? And I'm like, yo, they're going to put it there. This is kind of generic, relax, but like Texas State fans going nuts. And like, a lot of the Twitter sphere or the Instagram folks would post these things and say EA is messing up and they're doing wrong and it's ridiculous. And I'm like, this is just a trailer. Nothing's finalized. This is just showing you what the gameplay looks like. This is supposed to be a screen that's like, hey, if you have an injury, this is what you got to do to replace somebody. Again, they mentioned player and team ratings shown are not subject to change. The only problem is that when they showed the player substitute for Texas State on the screenshot that I got, it showed somebody being a 55 for the substitute. And that player basically quote tweeted the Texas State account or the Texas State, Woody, a 55, this is ridiculous. And just nothing but tons of likes. And then in the comments on like Instagram, just like, we don't even know who you are. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah,
like,
it's gotten brutal.
Calm down, folks. The game doesn't come out until July 19th. They got a lot of time to work out the kinks. And that's what our friend Matt Brown at Extra Points has said. I didn't know that me excitedly finding a screenshot, like, hey, they put ULM in a screenshot, would cause this domino effect, but it did.
They've also said that they're going to have more realistic injuries to like different body parts. So now you can see like what parts of the body are actually hurt.
Yeah, I look forward to watching a game where I get to watch somebody do the full Theismann. No thanks.
Yeah, I'm not in for this.
No, nope. He's gonna get clubfoot. like, oh, he's got clubfoot. I can't. Oh, he's got. This is gonna be okay.
Wait, you're not saying they're gonna show the injuries, right?
No,
There's gonna be a very. Okay.
No, okay, that's never mind.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Like, look, the bone is sticking out of his leg.
Listen,
no,
I saw the Marcus Lattimore injury years ago live, and like,
oh no
thanks.
I can't.
I have like PTSD from that.
Now I want a version of this game that has like Mortal Kombat style fatalities, where like it cuts in, rips out someone's beating heart.
And then someone says, finish him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the coach on the sideline.
Yeah. Finish him.
Pretty much.
Muschamp is the one yelling that.
Wasn't that pretty much the NFL's like Thursday night show that they like recap show that they used to do?
I forgot about that. I completely forgot about that. I'm excited about this game. I'm now figuring out what system I'm going to buy. It's a whole thing.
Pitt Girl's.
Wait, okay. I am not video game inclined at all. So do you is it available on multiple like video game consoles, or is there only one that you can buy?
We were talking about this earlier this week. Yeah.
Xbox and PS5.
Xbox
Unfortunately, it's
and
not
PS5,
coming
that's
out for PC or not coming out at launch for PC.
Not coming out at launch. So, and then there's no anticipation of the Switch. But
the Switch is two. The Switch is two.
Yeah,
Switch
2 is coming out relatively soon anyway. We might get a port after that launches, but don't hold your breath.
I don't have any of these, so it's not meaningful to me, but great. I'm so happy.
What were you going to say about Pitt Girl?
No, Pitt Girl was probably excited when she saw the initial rating for Pitt being an overall 90.
I think that's correct. I think that one's perfect, and they should leave it alone.
Leave that there. And I was like, okay, so Iowa's offense, being a 71 overall and Pitt being a 90 are not accurate. Mm-hmm. But nobody wanted to bother to retweet that. They wanted to just go with what they saw, which is, again, the internet, which is, I'm like, no, we're here to try to be accurate. We're not here for engagement, I would say. But, we wanted to be accurate in what we report, and somebody said, I was like, oh, so the Iowa 71 could be lower, and then maybe it could be 69. I'm like, that would be nice.
That would be pretty nice.
That would be pretty nice, but I don't know. Should be pretty fun to play the game, and I'm excited for it, period. It's just, you don't have to sell me on this game anymore. I've already pre-ordered it. Let's go.
What about, now I'm going to take a complete swerve here. Surprise, surprise. Greenland has applied to join CONCACAF. And I'm very excited about this.
Let's do it.
So if you guys don't know, listeners, CONCACAF is the Confederation of Soccer for North America and Central America, that group. And it includes a lot of tiny islands in the Caribbean, but more specifically, it includes countries that are not countries. So to be part of FIFA, you have to be nominally independent. Yeah. There's a whole list. But to be in CONCACAF, you don't have to be that way. I'm trying to find the list. Give me a sec. Of non-country entities in CONCACAF or non-state entities.
So technically, Greenland is a part of Denmark. It's I guess technically a territory of Denmark.
Hey, you know what?
Are they going to fight Canada?
It is not part of Denmark. It is an autonomous country in the Kingdom of Denmark.
Okay,
This is one of those things.
Thank you for the technicality. I am not well versed on that, so I appreciate that. But there is an affiliation with Denmark. Okay.
Yes, there we go.
Let's go with that.
So these, for example, the other teams in CONCACAF that are not part of FIFA because they are not they're not FIFA recognized are Bonaire, French Guiana, Guadeloupe probably, Martinique, Saint Martin, and Saint Martin. And so those are not FIFA teams. They can't go to the World Cup, but they play in CONCACAF, and Greenland would become part of that, basically. I'm all about that. Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Having to force them to play a game in Nook would be great. Do you know how you have to if you're trying to get from Suriname to Greenland, do you know where you have to go?
Iceland?
Amsterdam.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Same thing if you're trying to get from French Guiana, you have to go to Paris to get to Greenland. The fastest way is not to go to North America. I wonder what it says if I want to go from Dallas to Nook.
There's a direct flight 8 times a day.
This is like Dallas. You will get a direct flight anywhere.
What's easier, Fort Lauderdale to Edmonton or Dallas to Nook?
That should
be our question.
This is more complicated. I got to go to St. Paul, Minneapolis. I got to go to Iceland, and then I have to go to Nook. Yeah, I've got to go to Iceland. Yeah.
Dude, oh my God, I can't imagine flying to Nook from San Antonio because we typically have to do the Dallas or Houston connection if you're trying to go somewhere. And it's annoying to me to try to fly to some of these games. And it's just when I went to Pocatello, I was able to go to Salt Lake City and just drive nonstop. I'm perfect. I didn't have to do the stupid Dallas connection. If I try to go to the Brawl this year, I have to do the stupid Dallas connection and then hit Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. Or I go Houston or San Antonio to Nashville and then Pittsburgh. And it's just, it's a mess.
I can't imagine going to Nook.
Jesus Christ.
State College to Nook. Okay.
State College to Philadelphia to Boston to Reykjavik to
Nook. How about Monroe, Louisiana? They have an airport.
So flights from Greater DC to Nook also go through Iceland. You can fly Iceland Air, operated by Flugfélag Islands.
No,
a 21-hour flight.
Don't trust that.
21-hour flight flying out of Dallas with a 12-hour layover in Iceland for only $1,173. Google says prices are currently low. It's $689 cheaper than usual.
Perfection.
I will also admit, I will say that Sweeper Pod was the one that showed this to us. We might have the folks from Sweeper Pod on at some point to talk about Euro this summer. But for CONCACAF, for this, they released the press release in Greenlandic. I don't speak Greenlandic, and also no, Google does not translate Greenlandic. So I'm assuming that this is what the press release said, because I don't speak that or Danish. So there you go. Greenland, I hope you make it. It would be fun.
Absolutely.
I can't find a flight from Monroe to Nook. Like, nothing is connecting. It's ridiculous. I can't.
You can't even connect to get there?
I'm like, I know Monroe like will connect to like.
I have a
Atlanta.
flight from Monroe to Dallas to Boston to Reykjavik to Nook.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
20 hours and 45 minutes. That's with American and Iceland Air.
That is Terry Bowden.
Yeah,
Terry Bowden route.
I can get you connecting through Detroit or New York if you're willing to use a Delta or a United additional connector.
I'm not willing to use Delta. No, thank you.
Okay.
So, folks, what I thought we would do tonight is we did this a couple weeks ago or last week. We talked about the head-to-head battle royale of the costumed mascots for Big Ten teams. And tonight, I figured we would do the ACC as well. Katie, since you're an ACC head here, let me pull up my screen so y'all can see things. Sure, it's the right screen so you don't see anything weird.
Jordan, what are you worried about us seeing?
I don't know.
He has a lot of tabs.
There's got to be something incriminating on one of those tabs.
Define incriminating.
I don't know what would embarrass you.
Actually, that's true. It's not incriminating if it's not embarrassing.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know what exactly would embarrass Jordan. I mean, he's got a tab open talking about, exfoliating
loose meat. About loose meat.
No, that wouldn't embarrass you. You'd be like, hey, we talked about it on the podcast. But Jordan talking about how to use a pumice stone on his feet or something. I don't.
It's not embarrassing.
Hell, it's not embarrassing. No, you kind of got to do that now because we're old. So.
Okay, here we go.
So let's revisit the rules on this one.
Yeah.
This is costume mascot versus costume mascot, unless they happen to have a horse mascot that is so about it that it has been penalized for unsportsmanlike conduct.
In which case, the horse mascot is a war horse, and it is allowed.
Yes.
Oh, I want a war horse. Damn. Okay.
Well, you may have one of those in Florida State, but Florida State has
Renegade.
a costume mascot.
Yeah, has Renegade ever been penalized for unsportsmanlike conduct?
That's a good question. I don't know. Not that I can remember, but possibly. Gonna Google it.
We do have in the first round. It is the Stanford Tree versus the Blue Devil from Duke. By the way, this is a conference game.
That is ACC action.
I feel like the Tree is gonna go do well here because the Tree has that.
I'm going opposite. Okay, continue. Sorry.
I was saying the Tree has it here because I feel like the same cartoon rules apply that applied to Puddles and the Duck. That the Tree has cartoon physics, whereas the Blue Devil is based in reality.
That's fair. That's fair. I just think of the Blue Devil just being mean. I think of Duke basketball and just being mean and hating him.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I think I'm going Blue Devil here. That Blue Devil's going to burn that tree down, candidly.
That is a possibility. Yeah. It is very flammable.
Because, hold on, is the Stanford tree like a pine tree?
It depends. It's been many things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There was one year relatively recently in which it was a palm tree.
Yeah, it looked like a lowland executor.
Okay. Here's my question. Is it like a Christmas tree where if we cut it down, let it dry out for a little bit, and then light it up, it's going to be like super flammable? That's my question.
Is California in a drought or not?
Yeah,
yes.
It's always in a drought.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? It is in a drought. That might.
Okay.
I'm going Blue Devil. We're burning it down. Yep.
Okay.
See, I was going to propose the opposite of this, and that perhaps this year's tree is a California redwood, which is specifically adapted to survive fire, right?
Good point.
So,
good point.
I'm also inclined to agree with Jordan's assessment of the tree operating with cartoon physics. And so I am choosing to align myself with Jordan's side of this particular argument.
That's a fair point.
This fight entirely turns on the fact that Duke, in classic Duke fashion, like the Blue Devil has underestimated the Stanford tree. It thinks that the Stanford tree is just going to screw around and not take this seriously. And this is one of those moments when, like, the Stanford tree took their ADHD meds and they're about this fight. And it was over the
legally prescribed ADHD meds.
I mean,
legally prescribed.
California got different laws.
And that's just how it went. Like, at that point, there just wasn't a whole lot that the Blue Devil could do. Like, the Blue Devil's thinking, I'm just going to, smack the tree a couple times and it'll be over. And it was not prepared for what the tree brought to this brawl.
So that's 3 for the tree?
3 for the tree.
And then 2 for,
are you going to go blue?
Only 1.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's just me.
Again, like, it's a devil. It's got a pitchfork. It's got a weapon against a tree. But if we're doing cartoon physics, like, the devil has these, like incredible, like, dead black eyes. It is.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It is. Even though, like, there's one that I found a picture. It's like wishing somebody happy birthday, but it looks terrifying while doing that. And it's like pointing at you. And it's just, my God, I'm going to die.
Horrifying.
And if it is a redwood tree, if we're giving the Stanford tree a redwood version, I think the Stanford tree survives the Blue Devil. But I mean, the Blue Devil is going to put up a great fight, and a tree beating a devil is very strange. So I think we got the tree moving on.
Next round is 8-ball.
8-ball, of course.
Geez.
Yes.
8-ball and half ball. I don't know what they call him.
Quarter ball.
Versus
quarter ball.
Oh shit.
Oh
versus
my
Sebastian,
God.
Oh God.
Okay, this is an easy one. Sebastian has been on cocaine for 18 hours. Like, he's gonna win.
But so is 8-ball. That's the problem.
8-ball's been on cocaine for his entire life.
This is a really coked up fight. I don't know that anyone survives it, guys.
Oh my God.
Right.
I don't know that anyone
like
survives
both get
it.
eliminated?
Their hearts explode.
I was going to say, who has the fatal heart attack first?
I think I may have to call this one a no contest because I think both their hearts explode.
I'm willing to sign on for that. I don't think anyone survives that fight.
Also, Sebastian smokes, so he's not in a great shape either.
You know who actually wins this? SMU, because they're not involved and they also do a lot of cocaine.
I know. This is there's ACC is a coke conference now. Jesus.
Sorry.
Buddy.
I brought us to a dark place.
The American Cartel Conference.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh my God.
Bless it.
Okay, now we got to realize that they just added the West Coast to get a new ports.
Yeah. I'm gonna call this that everyone's heart explodes.
Yep. I think I'm still leaning Sebastian.
I
Miami. Yeah, I don't know, man.
mean, Sebastian is a bird, but a bird that's been arrested. 8-ball has never been arrested.
Mm-hmm.
Also, all birds are about it. This is just a bird fact.
Honestly, and like 8-ball is probably coked out, but it seems to be coked out in a way that it's just like awake, but not like functional.
Also,
look at his eyes. Like, really look into his eyes.
Yeah.
There is hate there.
He's in a different zone.
I'm also going to throw out that birds aren't real. So Sebastian is an illusion and can shapeshift. And so I'm going Sebastian. I'm sorry.
Sebastian is a government drone on coke, actually.
Sebastian turns into a physical hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
I need you guys to look at this picture I just dropped of 8-ball and Child and tell me that it's the kid that knows that his dad has gone too far.
Oh my God.
Father, why?
Father, why? Dad, we don't have to. Dad, no. Dad,
what are you talking about? We don't have tickets to the Super Bowl.
Again, look at 8-ball's eye. Look at his eye. Look into his eye.
I have a better one for you. Next picture just dropped. That's someone who'll fucking cut anyone.
Oh,
yep. Sebastian.
It might be PCP. I'm not sure.
Sebastian frequently twists his beak for fun.
Yeah.
So my vote is for no one advances. All their hearts explode.
Oh.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
We're all dead.
I mean, like, I could give a nominal victory to 8-ball here, but it doesn't matter. No one is advancing out of this bracket.
Mutually assured destruction.
We have the Hokey Bird versus
Hey, Hokey Bird.
the Louisville Cardinal.
Oh, jeez.
With teeth.
Birds on birds crimes.
Birds with teeth.
Dear Lord.
Birds don't have teeth.
Oh my God.
Depends how many mouths do they have.
I don't know, man.
This one's hard, yeah.
The Hokey Bird's kind of goofy.
Yeah.
And the Cardinal's full of hate.
Fierce.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm going Cardinal, I think. I think I'm going Cardinal here.
The Hokey Bird seems like it's too nice and it just wants to give you a hug. and the cardinal wants to like just murder you.
Right.
Well, isn't the Hokie bird technically a turkey?
Yes.
And therefore just looking to get pardoned for Thanksgiving and like just not really invested in anything?
If the turkey knows he's getting a pardon, that makes him a much more fierce fighter.
Also fair.
I mean,
also fair.
Sometimes the nice looking mascot is just a cover for the hatred in their heart. I just think this is a doofy, nice looking mascot.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree, particularly because like actual turkeys, extremely doofy. Some of the doofiest birds.
I mean, I've been in Lane Stadium where I've listened to the announcer go, "Hey, Hokie bird." That is not the way you talk to something that could murder you.
Yeah.
Okay, Hokie bird takes it.
No, you mean
no.
Louisville.
The Cardinal takes it.
The Cardinal,
yeah. Cardinal's advancing.
Cardinal advancing.
Hope you're right.
I mean, the Hokie bird takes it, and if by takes it you mean like takes a tire iron to the back of the head.
Probably.
Oski the bear from Cal.
Oh dear.
Versus the Cavalier from Virginia. Oh, this is a no call. This is Oski, baby.
Oh yeah, he
this
can
is the
drink through his eye. That Cavalier like is too busy trying to figure out which like feet to put his boots on. I can't. No.
Oski's gonna like suck the Cavalier's soul out through his eye.
This is a case where the charming looking mascot does have murder in their heart.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's murder.
Is Oski even really that charming looking?
He is. He holds his hand behind his back and he walks like in his little cardigan. He's adorable. I no doubt when I saw Oski and he gave me heart hands, I thought I was gonna melt. Because I gave him heart hands and he gave me heart hands back.
I love how you got the hard hands in the Independence Bowl in Shreveport, Louisiana.
It's amazing.
The nicest thing that ever has happened to that stadium was me giving heart hands.
I like how like the picture of Oski holding the cupcake is just like Oski looking at you and saying, "The ravages of time get us all.
We all die. Welcome to, and I'll be there."
Yeah, the Cav mascot, like for Virginia, just it seems like it would not handle something that is not of this world.
No,
like it's like if it's like a
he's of now. If this were like, the Who, if this were the Who.
Yeah.
Way different conversation.
Definitely. The Cav seems like prim and proper, and if the fight is like fair and square, there's no funny business whatsoever, the Cav will win here. But like with Oski, I mean like I don't know. Do you want to come out and play?
Hey Jordan.
You know?
Yeah.
I hate to do this.
Yeah, sure.
But have you ever looked at Oski and wondered if Oski is wearing another mascot's face as a face?
Yes, because I have one of my cursed graphic images where I ran them through some AI stuff. It absolutely looks like Oski's wearing a face of another mascot. Yes, okay. I'm with you.
Okay.
And he drinks through his eye, which is so fucking,
amazing.
Oski sits upon the world tree and a raven pecked out his eye, so he drinks through it now.
I got Oski advancing. I can't.
Yeah.
I too have Oski advancing. I think it is worth additionally pointing out that the Cavalier is like canonically like a country fancy lad.
Yeah.
I don't think he actually knows how to fight.
Can't handle himself. No.
Hold on. There's the Cavalier. That's the one that Jordan posted. That's a guy. Looks like a normal like person. And then we have the one that looks like okay, y'all forgive me. I'm not an NHL fan. The NHL mascot that's like orange like
that's
this.
The Who.
Ready? That's the Who.
The Who was there for what we would say like four games before.
Like like 2, like 1.5
before they ran him out.
They ran him out in 1.5 games.
Okay, he looks like Gritty from.
Oh, he's Gritty's. He's Gritty's.
Like Gritty and the Fanatic had a liaison that no one talks about.
Yeah.
No one needs to talk about that. It's dark. It's probably dark.
Next up,
find the lie, Pitt Girl.
I don't want to think about it.
The Demon Deke and the motorcycle I'm going to claim versus Perunia, the SMU mascot. I'll have to look Perunia up.
I'm going Demon Deacons here because of the motorcycle.
The motorcycle is a big plus.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, the SMU one's kind of lame. It's just the costume version is, if it were the actual horse, again, like there's talk because that horse is shit on fields, but this horse is not doing it for me.
Yeah.
It's kind of lame.
Oh no, yeah, Yeah, we're going
lame.
Motorcycle.
No, it's the motorcycle deacon's advancing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want to see a picture of the SMU mascot shaking the TCU mascot's hand? Because I have that.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Done.
no, this horse is way too lame.
That horse is done. Sorry.
What? Hello?
Also,
I'm there.
He has never had a thought.
That toad spent too much time in the sun or something. I don't know what's happening there. It's not good.
Hi there, Toad. Oh, I found an even derpier picture of the horse. Hold up.
God.
He's got a hat on one of his ears.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
Hi there.
Oh.
Hey, SMU.
Yeah.
You gotta fix this shit.
Yeah.
Well, they have a live mascot that takes shit on the field.
We might be uninviting you from the ACC. Like, no.
They have a live mascot that shits on the field, so the costume mascot really doesn't matter.
I do not like horse with fingers.
Hi there. Hi, Beth.
Hello.
I'm Perunia. I go to SMU.
No.
I know the Demon Deacon is not actually supposed to be Cornelius Vanderbilt, but in my head, the Demon Deacon has always been Cornelius Vanderbilt.
Same
noted choo-choo magnate.
Next up, Mr. and Mrs. Tuffy. Mr. and Mrs. Wolf, sorry. Tuffy's another name. From North Carolina State versus...
who I met at the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
Nice.
Buzz from Georgia Tech.
Oh, I'm going Mr. and Mrs. Wolf.
That's so many teeth.
It is.
It's teeth. And Buzz is just one very, very large yellow jacket.
Buzz has a national title.
Does Buzz get to drive the wreck?
I think Buzz rides in the wreck. But does Buzz get to bring the wreck to this party?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking, really.
Okay, but Mr. and Mrs. Wolf are like on vacation and they're inviting you from across the bar and they're entangling you in their like situationship. It's not going to be good, guys.
Y'all, I would take that. I would take that offer. I won't lie.
Commish and I are sharing the same date.
Like what?
I'm taking the offer, Mr. and Mrs. Wolf. I'm coming back here. Give me your room key. I'll be right there.
Amazing.
Now that has definitely happened at Anthrocon at some point.
I don't know what Anthrocon is, and I don't think I want to know.
Furry convention in Pittsburgh.
It is the annual furry convention, which the last maybe decade has been in Pittsburgh.
Got it.
Okay.
I think he gets to bring the wreck, but I don't think it's going to help him enough.
No, I think the Wolfpack got him.
Next up, so Florida State. Do they have costume mascots?
They have a Cimarron. It's just a horse.
Which is just the horse, and that's only at basketball games. At the football games, we have like Osceola and Renegade, which is different. Yeah,
I think
it's not costumes.
We're just going to count the costume mascot. So
yeah, which is just the Cimarron at basketball games. Yeah.
And that is the most My Little Pony looking mascot I've seen out of our horses.
It is. It very much is.
It's way better than Perunia.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes. And
yes,
versus Rock.
Rock clears.
Yeah, Rock clears on this one.
Yeah, I agree.
From Pittsburgh. Yes.
Yeah,
I don't think there's much of an argument here.
You know, like in Pit Moms, it's fine.
I'm definitely gonna bring an I Heart Pit Moms shirt. Gotta do the right colors though.
Gotta do the right colors.
So, Pitt Girl, what was the story behind Fat Rock? What is this picture?
Oh, Fat Rock. I actually don't know the whole story behind Fat Rock because he predates my Pitt fandom, but he has been a meme on Pitt internet for as long as I can remember.
I've always loved Fat Rock so much.
I also love Fat Rock. Listener, if you have not seen Fat Rock before, this is an iteration of the Pitt mascot that looks very much like the current Rock, except he has really, really chubby cheeks. And whoever they put in the mascot suit is also like a larger person. And so we just have a Rock of size. And we love Fat Rock. Beth has also posted a picture that I found on Reddit of a very fat actual panther who I choose to believe is the flesh and blood incarnation of Fat Rock.
Yeah, this is oh Lord, he coming.
Oh Lord, he's coming.
Fattest panther I've ever seen in my life.
He will lead us to glory someday.
Yes.
I am convinced of this with my whole heart.
Jesse Spencer tweeted something about the Florida Panthers and where their arena is this week. And it's literally right next to the Everglades, and no one understands that. And I said something responded to something, they're pulling those Panthers right out of the Everglades. And there were so many people being like, Florida Panthers don't exist. There was a whole argument about mountain lions versus Panthers, y'all. It was very heated. But Florida Panthers do exist, and they are endangered, or used to be. I think they still are. Yeah.
Because we have 3 teams left in this first round, I'm going to suggest is a 3-way mascot brawl between, is it Ramses, I believe his name is?
Ramses.
Yeah.
Yes.
And North Carolina versus Baldwin the Eagle from Boston College versus Otto the Orange.
I'm actually going Otto the Orange.
I'm going Otto, and I'm going to tell you why I'm going Otto.
Go.
So I don't know if you remember the Simpsons episode, The Homer They Fall, where Homer is enlisted to be a like a bar boxer.
Yeah, I remember
where he's fighting like homeless people. And the only way Homer can win the fight is just basically absorbing every single punch that the opponents throw. And then as soon as the opponents are completely tired out, basically all Homer Simpson does is just tip over the opponent, and then he wins the fight. He doesn't necessarily win the last fight in that episode, but I feel that Otto the Orange can absorb all of the punches from Ramsey and Baldwin and takes both of them out because they cannot match, the power of the absorption of Otto the Orange.
I'll go you one further. I think Otto the Orange full on just absorbs them like a Katamari.
No, he's Kirby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He just eats them
and steals their powers. Like Mega Man.
Yes, I can see that.
And then he floats around. They fight each other, and he's just out there doing the Kirby hop thing.
Totally, I got it.
I support this.
Yeah.
I also feel like Otto has been discounted his whole life, so he's got a chip on his shoulder, and he's extra aggressive. Yeah.
Well, no, he's just chilling, but he'll show you if you try to attack him.
Yeah.
So going on to round 2, we had the Stanford Tree, the Louisville Cardinal, Oski from Cal, the Demon Deacon, Mr. and Mrs. Wolf from NC State, Rock from Pitt, and Otto from Syracuse.
All right.
This is a good. This is good.
This is good. I love the ACC. They got some good mascots here.
They do.
They do rule. That's pretty nice.
I'm gonna have to send someone to the final brawl just to balance things out. I'm gonna vote that we send Oski through.
Yeah, that's
Oski
fine.
Yeah.
Oski's
Oski's into the next round. Yes.
I'm good with that.
So let's talk about the Stanford Tree versus the Louisville Cardinal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes the tree takes the tree's meds. Sometimes the tree doesn't take the tree's meds. And I think that first fight was all the focus the Stanford Tree had in it.
Sometimes the tree takes someone else's meds and things get real rough.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like that might be where we are with this one, where the tree is like, hey, this is my favorite Thursday, and gets hit with a chair.
I think I'm with you there. Also, birds live in trees?
Yeah.
Simple. I don't know.
I'm
going to go with the Cardinal.
Oh, man. I got to say the same.
I would like to advance the tree, but I think this argument is correct,
the Cardinal, I mean, it's a bird with teeth. It could bite the tree, too.
Yeah.
I mean, you're dealing with a cardinal, which is a broad-beaked bird, which means it eats seeds.
Yep.
Baby trees is what this bird eats.
Yeah. QED.
Right. Now, how can I offer you the Demon Deacon versus Mr. and Mrs. Wolf? They got married by him.
Oh,
this is a blood feud.
Wow.
I think I'm going Demon Deacon because he's snaky and he's trying to get with Mrs. Wolf. I think I'm going Demon Deacon. He's splitting up that marriage.
If we move the Demon Deacon through, I'm going to say we move Mrs. Wolf through as well.
Yes, the Demon Deacon and Mrs. Wolf.
Okay.
I'm on for this.
This is a great tag team.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Mr. Steal Your
Yep.
And then Rock versus Otto. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I don't think this ends well for Rock. I just don't.
I don't know. I'm torn on this one. I think I'm going Otto. I think I am leaning Otto.
It's like my head is supplying this image of Otto just bouncing up and down on Rock.
Yeah. I see that too. It's just that
Rock is pointy though. He's like a house cat, right? So like a really big house cat. So
Rock is. Have you ever put a cat anywhere near an orange? They hate those things. Runaway, worst smell in the world kind of hate those things.
Cats do not like citrus.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Okay, so that's it then.
All right.
It's Otto.
Otto's moving on, unfortunately. But no, Otto.
Why is that unfortunate?
No, not unfortunate. I take that back. I don't know why I said
it's unfortunate for me.
Unfortunately for Pitt Girl. I had some empathy there. I apologize for showing empathy.
Rock can go back to sun naps.
That's fair.
Rock,
he's earned them.
Yeah.
Rock could go focus on Pitt moms again. So,
do we want to have a 4-team free-for-all for our final one again, and then have our listeners vote?
Yes.
So,
yes.
All right.
So we have Oski from Cal, the Louisville Cardinal, the tag team of the Demon Deacon and Mrs. Wolf.
Yes.
which we're going to have to explain to people.
No context.
No context.
Listen to the podcast.
Listen
No
to the
context
podcast
sickos.
to figure out what happened.
Is there a no context sickos account? I should
If only.
if there's not.
That's us.
It's
just
us.
us.
We have no context when we tweet, like unless you.
That's fair.
And
unless you read all of our tweets.
And then Otto.
I might go Demon Deacon and Mrs. Wolf, but yeah, I think we should put it to the audience first.
Because I mean, Pete won the last one.
They have that new relationship energy.
Mm-hmm.
So you do crazy things in new relationships.
Yep.
Yeah,
True.
I mean, I think Cardinals the first one out in this fight.
Yeah.
Like, I just think, like, the Cardinals just going to be too focused on one opponent and not realizing that, like, this is a battle royale and you got to watch your six.
The Cardinals got misplaced anger. It's going to go and attack.
The Cardinals busy flossing those teeth, and you're like, hey, buddy, we got a fight to fight.
We do have a fight.
How do you think Herky the Hawkeye flosses, Beth?
Oh, God. Just one piece of floss in and out many times.
With mouths.
God. Now
I didn't need that mental image.
I know.
I'm supposed to go to bed soon, Jordan, and now I'm not going to be able to sleep.
Wait, Herky the Hawkeye is the Iowa mascot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Last time we talked about he has 2 mouths.
He has 2 mouths.
His beak meets in the middle.
Yeah, I've met him. Yes, it's weird.
2 mouths.
It's too much. It's too much.
So, back to our ACC Battle Royale. I have a mental image of this coming down to Oski and Otto.
Oh my God.
I'm just imagining, like, Oski swatting at Otto, and Otto just keeps spinning. Utterly unharmed. As Oski's like, what is happening? I can't take your face. You're all face.
They're like doing the they've done all of the brutal murder that they need to do to be the last two, and then they're just kind of standing there doing the slap fight thing.
Well, folks, we will leave it up to our followers to decide.
Oh my God.
Oski, the Louisville Cardinal, the tag team combo of Demon Deacon and Mrs. Wolf.
I do have to say, I kind of love the image of Oski grabbing his straw and going all Tropicana.
Oh no! Oh God! Oh God!
Trying. But Otto allow it though.
Oh no, just drinking your opponent's blood? How awesome is that?
Oski, canonical vampire.
Side note, I feel like I think I tweeted about this. I don't know if we talked about it on a podcast. I think that Otto the Orange and Obi from the Orange Bowl might be related. Like, they've got to be, right?
Cousins.
I think so.
It's Otto's cousin that moved down south to Florida. You know, like a New Yorker moving to Florida. That makes sense.
Look, I just dropped a picture, guys. Look at how the Demon Deacon's looking at Mrs. Wolf right here in this shot. This is from the Val renewal, I believe.
I've never seen a mascot leer before.
Uh-huh.
That's a lot.
Like, you sure? Are you sure this is happening?
You sure? You don't have to. I can say no right now.
But dad ass.
Oh, it's worse. The old one's worse because the bodies aren't furry. It's just the heads.
Oh
God.
It's someone in actual, some woman in an actual wedding dress, but just wearing a wolf head.
Mm-mm.
Oh God.
Okay. This is basically
Are they related to K-State's mascot somehow?
These old ones? Maybe.
They might be.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, folks. We will drop that poll when we drop the episode. Katie, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thanks, guys, for having me.
Speak now or forever hold your peace, Mrs. Wolf.